Alright YouTubers, what's happening? Another video, end of year. This one is about the best new innovation in the knife industry in 2018. This could be a lot of different things, and this is going to be one that's highly debatable, but for me, it was the Rick Hinderer Tri-Way pivot system. You can see I've got a Tri-Way XM18 and a Tri-Way half track, and basically the gist behind this is when he sends you all the new Gen 2 half tracks and then all the new Gen 6 XM18s that come out now, and even including the new, like the MP1s in development for that, a bunch of his knives. He when I interviewed him at the Blade HQ thing, he said all the knives will be coming out with Tri-Way eventually. So what is the Tri-Way pivot? Essentially, it gives you the ability to use a phosphorus bronze washer, a Teflon washer like most Hinderer knives have we're used to having, and bearings. So they all come pre-installed with bearings, which makes a huge difference in the action. The snappiness, I mean, look at this. It's just super smooth, super snappy flipper. Awesome, right? But there's those guys out there that don't want bearings in their knife, for maybe they're doing a lot of hard work out in the field and they don't want them to get all gunked up, so they want to run a phosphorus bronze washer. You can do that. Now the trick with the phosphorus bronze is, so all the knives now have in the blade a pocket for the bearings, as they should. You know, that's how bearings work. Get all these out here. So to run the Teflon and phosphorus bronze, you need these little washers here that basically fill the gap caused by the bearing track on the blade, and then you can run either phosphorus bronze or Teflon. Pretty freaking awesome innovation in my opinion, because no one's really done this before. That's why it's an innovation, right? No one's come out with a knife that can run 3 different types of washers, bearing washers, or I guess you could call bearings washers, phosphorus bronze, and Teflon. So you have many options if you want to run that. Now, I have a Gen 2 3-inch Hinderer that's, I don't know why I didn't bring it out here for the video, is on Teflon washers because it's an older model, but it's a non-flipper. And for non-flippers, the Teflon and the phosphorus bronze are the way to go. I did swap the phosphorus bronze washers over from a Gen 6 XM18, and they worked pretty well. I think the half-track ones are a little bit smaller maybe, so they will work better, but either way, you can swap these in between older generation Hinderers as well, which is awesome. So a very innovative new development in the knife industry this year is the Tri-Way pivot. Works awesome. So I haven't switched on my half track off the bearings. For me, the bearings are where it's at on most of these knives. I don't do a lot of hard use on my knives where I'm going to get the bearings all gunked up or anything. I can easily maintain the knife so I can clean it if I need to. You know, but if you're out in the field and stuff, you may want to run the Teflon or the phosphorus. Sometimes people just like the feel of phosphorus versus bearings. I mean, so you have options. That is what's amazing about the half track. It's not just the half track, the Tri-Way pivot. One of the other things I'm going to mention on this is the flipping action, and it's not just because they're on bearings. I mean, look how ridiculously smooth these knives are. So not only did he, just switch to bearings and say, okay, we're on bearings now, they improved the detents, they improved the action of the knives. I mean, a lot of things that went along with it, not just running on bearings. So the new Gen 6 XM18s and Gen 2 half tracks are head and shoulders above the previous models, in my opinion. They share all the same. Oh, another thing to note on these, and this is not really about the innovation, is that a lot of these have steel lock bar inserts. The new Gen 2 half tracks do, and so did the Gen 6, and I believe the Gen 5s did as well, but they did not have the Tri-Way pivot. So the way you know you got a Tri-Way is look at that little logo right there. But a very cool innovation in the knife industry, guys, that you can swap different bearings from your knives on a whim, however you want to. Rick makes the knives very easy to disassemble. A lot of people think you need a Hinderer tool to take them apart. You don't. You just need a number 10 spanner bit right here. You can get these on Amazon for super cheap, and you can just put them in your regular screwdriver here, and look, boom, fits perfectly in the pivot, and you can just take it apart. So you don't need a Hinderer tool if you don't want to buy, you know, spend the money on one. You can just get a number 10 spanner bit here. You can buy these on Amazon, and you can disassemble your knife really easily. And other than that, the half track uses Torx, where my XM18s all use a Allen key, which is interesting that they're different. This isn't the right size Allen key. I've got the right size one hanging around here somewhere, but anywho, this is more about the tri-way pivot than anything. So very, very cool innovation in the knife industry this year, guys. It gets my award for the best, and not like my award really means much, but it's my opinion, and I think it's the best new innovation in the knife industry in 2018, the tri-way pivot by Rick Kinderer Knives. That's going to wrap up the video, guys. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. See you on the next one.